Good afternoon, Kenton community. My name is Sabatino Samato. I am your superintendent, and this is your weekly connection update. Folks, we really only have two areas of focus this afternoon. One, graduation. I'm going to talk you through everything about graduation, and then our recognition. So let's get going. First, graduation. Now, the very difficult thing about graduation, you just received information from your school buildings, from Kenmore West and Kenmore East. We had to move Kenmore East to our rain date of Sunday. I want everyone to understand the why. What went into all of this? Folks, we had two major considerations that we've shared with everybody for the past over a month now, almost 2 months, that each school, because we were holding these outside for the first time, at least in recent history, if not all of our history, that we would have a primary date and then a rain date. So we've been working with that. Then we also made the determination after guidance changed last week that if in the event that we had an emergency, that both dates were going to be rainouts. Both the original date and the rain date would be a rainout. Then we would consider moving the whole ceremony inside, which is a huge challenge because neither of our auditoriums are air conditioned, and that would be a last resort. So we've worked all week. We've worked with the National Weather Service. We've worked with local meteorologists. We've worked with teams in Kenton that, trust me, there's over 100 people on all these teams working on all the aspects, from chair rentals to stage rentals to sound systems to safety and security to how we're going to do this, following the guidance. And this is why we've landed where we've landed. Folks, the best information that we have from the National Weather Service is that both days are going to be breezy. But Saturday has the biggest potential for rain. With that, there's a very low chance of rain on Sunday, if any at all. Will still be breezy. So we've made the determination that with that very low chance, we're talking, I was told this morning, less than 5% chance of any type of rain or precipitation at all on Sunday, we've decided that we're going to go with the rain date for Kenmore East. Kenmore West stays with their original date of Sunday, and we're moving forward. Now, with this, everyone has to be sure that they understand Sunday is going to be warm. It is going to be hot. It is going to be humid. Once again, remember, our auditoriums aren't air conditioned, so both days would have been a nightmare when it came to inside with humidity and having 1,000 people in one location. There will be a breeze on Sunday, but we're encouraging people to stay hydrated, come to the fields with extra hydration. In the communications from the schools, you could bring a small cooler. We will be, it will be subject to checking that cooler. But I really needed our community to understand, folks, I wish that we could just have stayed with a date and a time and been all done, but we've been very communicative from the beginning that this was a possibility, and unfortunately we had to move it. But the great thing is we're achieving the goal that we had from the beginning of all the kids graduating together, which every community can't say. We're able to still have 2 guests for each of our students, which every community cannot say. And we have a beautiful facility for both schools, for East at Adams, for West at Crosby, that every community cannot say that they have. And these are going to be tremendous events. So thank you very much for all the dedication. Just to reiterate, Kenmore East will be at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. Kids should arrive by 9:30. Kenmore West, the ceremony will start at 2 p.m. Kids should arrive by 1 p.m. And let's talk about that, folks. Remember, there is parking that is available for Kenmore East. You could park at Franklin. We'll also have shuttle service that's running from Kenmore East. We're telling you, though, drop the kiddos off at the field if you're taking the shuttle. When you're on those shuttles, you will have to be masked. We'll talk about masks in a second. For Kenmore West, there will be a shuttle service running from Kenmore West. Of course, you could still park at Lindbergh. It's only a short block distance walk to the Crosby Field. So we're really encouraging people, set enough time for yourself to make sure you're coming. People with tickets will be let into the field. We have everything set up on the field. Folks, that turf gets hot. That turf gets hot. So come hydrated, come prepared. But also, speaking of masks, remember, we are leaving masks optional for those that are vaccinated. We just ask for those who are not vaccinated that they wear the mask while they're moving back to and from their seat. Once they're seated, they can remove their mask. Everybody is socially distant. The kids will receive their diploma, be able to shake hands, unmasked, and we have extra precautions just in case with sanitizer before kids enter that stage area. But folks, this is going to be a great event, especially the culminating event after everything that we've been through this year. And I ask everyone, I know this has been tough. Please, let's keep our composure. Let's remain respectful during the next several days. Realize all the work that has gone into this. Please remain respectful at that ceremony. It's very important, folks. As much as we want to stand up and just yell and scream our heads off as kids go across the stage, a simple applause, because every kid is due their time to hear their name. And we're going to want to keep that moving because there's so many graduates. They will go over those procedures in the beginning of the ceremony, but I ask for everyone's help in the community. Let's make sure that we really have our expectations for how we run the ceremony, really high standards for that. Everybody works together as a community, remaining respectful, wearing a mask if you're not vaccinated. We're not checking on that. It's really on the honor system, and we work together as a community for that. Also, additionally, remember, both ceremonies are live streamed. That live stream you could find right on our website, www.ktufsd.org/graduation. And you'll find links to that, to both ceremonies to be able to watch. We talked about parking. Folks, 2 months, more than 2 months of planning, hundreds of hours, hundreds of people involved, including our community. Thank you very much. Now we're here. Let's finish strongly. We all need to come together and make sure that we make this the best that it could possibly be. Remember, just a few months ago, we didn't even know if we could have graduation ceremonies, and this is how far we've come. Each situation, one graduation, having a couple guests each, 1,000 people in attendance on our fields, never been done before. Please make sure, remember, the turf gets really hot, staying hydrated. Nobody should be wearing heels on that day in respect for our investment in our turf fields. Thank you for doing that. And it promises to be a great day. Thank you very much, Principal Hayden and Principal Johnson, for working with your communities and bringing us to this culmination. And the great thing is, commencement is a culmination of high school, but it's really a beginning. Let's celebrate this day as the beginning of our kids' lives for the rest of their life and the decisions that we're guiding them forward to making as they continue to blossom as young men and young women. Congratulations to all of our community. We're going to end today with our recognition. And speaking of Kenton growing, this gentleman has been really one of our focal points over the past 6 years. Mr. Andrew Gianni, our board member. Today we recognize him. He has served on the Board of Education as Vice President for the past 6 years. Mr. Gianni was first elected to the Board of Education in 2015 and was unanimously appointed to the position of Board of Education Vice President his very first year on the board. He is leaving the board at the end of this month, and we are grateful for his service to the students, family, and staff of our community. Mr. Gianni was raised right here in Kenton and graduated from Kenmore-West. Speaking of graduations, and he has nearly 20 years of professional experience in IT, in the non-for-profit world, in higher education, and higher care or healthcare sector as well. His knowledge and experience in this area has proven extremely valuable in his service as a member of our District Technology Committee. He also serves on the Policy Subcommittee and is active with the Erie County Association of School Boards as a member of the Delegate Assembly and Budget Finance team. In his first year, and this was his first year back in 2015, Vice President Gianni was awarded the ECASB Rising Star Award. During his time on the board, Mr. Gianni also spearheaded the district's first ever innovation contest, and through his leadership and the leadership of our entire Board of Education, they have guided this district through numerous challenges over the past few years, especially this pandemic, and we've emerged even stronger because of the leadership of people like Mr. Gianni. We wish him the best in all of his future endeavors. And folks, it brings us to close today with, we're here. We're here. We know that there's even more guidance now, it seems, around the corner that's going to tell us more about next year. We have progressed through this together. We're not fully, completely 100% away. We still have questions, and we'll continue to get answers and continue to share it with the community. With that, I want to make sure to share with the community, folks, we won't be doing, over the summer months, we won't be doing the weekly connection every week. Okay, we're going to do it on an as-needed basis. As things come up that we need to share with our community and with our public, as things, great things that happen that we want to share. So please understand, don't expect every week, but please expect to be informed over the summer. We will continue to share those updates with you. I just want to share for myself on this closing regular update how proud I am to be your superintendent. I know this is tough. It's even been tough up until the very end with our graduation. It's been tough, but what we've proven all along is that when people come together, when people stay humble, when people have the focus, the goal of our children and keeping the best for our children at the standard, we always find a way. Because together, we are Kenton proud. Together, we show our Kenton strength. And together, we're going to keep on moving Kenton forward. Thank you very much for a wonderful year to our entire Kenton community.